Hi, and welcome to Who Rocks New Mexico. I'm Richard Holcomb. Each week, we get up close and personal with the companies that rock New Mexico and take you behind the scenes to get the story behind the story. Today, we'll meet Mariano and Paul Chavez of Valley Fence, mixing faith, family, and fencing into one of the Southwest's largest fencing companies. Clint Satterfield of BAC Roofing will be here with some real people who have the last roof they'll ever own. But first, let's talk to Kim Zhu, an incredibly nice guy whose photography has achieved critical acclaim worldwide.
Well, our family has been here for a while. In fact, my grandparents were one of the first Chinese immigrants to come settle here in Albuquerque, and eventually my father went in partnership with them, my grandparents, and then was in business for over 50 years, the New Chinatown restaurant. I worked and grew up there, washing dishes, busboying, waiting, cashiering, pretty much everything except bartending. I graduated from Highland High School, and after high school I went to 2 years at UNM, pre-dental student, and I realized after quantitative analysis that maybe dentistry was not my thing. And so I decided to pursue my hobby, which was photography, and I picked up my first camera in my senior year at Highland and made the bold decision to become a photographer. So I went away to school in Atlanta, Georgia, the Photography Institute of America. Worked after I graduated there for a commercial photographer. I assisted him for 6 months, and then I got real homesick. And I drove straight from Atlanta directly into Albuquerque in a 24-hour stretch and tried to look for work. I pretty much just started my own thing. And at the time I asked my father, how do you learn the business? He said, you just do it. And that's basically how I got started. I started by working for a wedding company that would hire photographers to photograph weddings. I would do an entire wedding for $25. They gave me 5 rolls of film. I also opened up a little studio on East Central. I had a display of black and white portraits in the window there, and people were kind of attracted to the pictures on the window. I had a real firm belief that in a lot of ways people's self-image is determined by the last portrait they had taken of themselves. And I think that's kind of how our reputation spread, just one client at a time, making sure everybody looked good. Actually, one of the first big celebrities that I actually photographed was R.C. Gorman. He stood out to me because he was this totally animated character. We got a call from the White House and saying, would you like to photograph Barbara Bush? And yeah, I jumped. I said, sure. I even got to photograph Muhammad Ali. Back when he was really big. You could just see the charisma come through the lens, and it's kind of amazing to me how these celebrities have come to us. It's been kind of like Forrest Gump in a way. You just wonder, how did this happen? How did this get here? It's just this idea that everybody's beautiful, and I think the best way to describe it is if I first see a client that I'm photographing, I'm kind of sizing them up, and analyzing a little bit, and hopefully I'm not doing it too overtly, but what I'm looking at is I'm looking at the things that I can really play up, that I want to play up, and that I think they want to play up, and it's all about creating the right angles. It's about lighting, it's about the posing, it's a naturalness, and it's a real ease, and it's a real personal connection. And this is really instilled in our photographers. Having your portrait taken is very personal. I mean, we're talking about people's faces here, and we're talking the fact that I don't know anybody that doesn't want to look good. So we really keep that in mind at the forefront of everything we do. I also think that people have different parts of their personality. Yes, we always like to take the timeless looks, but in today's society, I think people want to look like they're having fun too. So we run the gamut of different expressions throughout the session. We'll have kind of a soft smile, a big smile, big happy smile. We'll have laughing pictures, we'll have jumping pictures. We try to get our clients to dance even, and really show different aspects of their personality so that when they make their final selections for their portraits, for their walls, that you know, they have plenty to choose from. And our job as photographers is to make sure that they have a hard time making a decision, because they have pictures that they absolutely love, and that's underneath everything. Yeah.
We've been using Kim Ju as our family photographer about 6 years now.
The photographers definitely have an eye for capturing a moment, from your staged family style portraits to very unique, candid shots.
And some of the favorite ones we have are the ones where they weren't planned. The kids and us just, you know, being a family, and that's what we capture and that's what we love.
A lot of places rock our state too. Here's another Travel Guide New Mexico moment. For all of us that are Vietnam veterans, in fact, for anyone, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial State Park in Angel Fire is a must-see. This park is the first Vietnam memorial built in the United States, and it was a labor of love for a husband and wife who lost their son in Vietnam.
The memorial facility is almost 30 acres that was developed by Dr. and Mrs. Westfall starting back in May of 1968 because of the death of their son, First Lieutenant David Westfall, who died in an ambush in Vietnam where he was a Marine. Doc and Mrs. Westfall talked about what they could do to honor David's memory, and in their discussion they decided they would take his insurance money and build a memorial. And they started with the chapel, which you'll see over my right shoulder. And I've been told by others who were here that Doc was actually out here on his hands and knees digging the footers for the chapel himself.
One of the major significance of the Vietnam Veteran Memorial State Park is it's the only state park in the United States of America that's dedicated to the Vietnam veterans. And we kind of pride ourselves in that, and it was one of the first major memorials for the Vietnam veterans in the United States ever. As a state park, all state parks charge a fee, and this particular state park, due to a contract agreement with the David Westfall Veterans Foundation, who support us, we've agreed not to charge a fee because this was dedicated to veterans, for veterans, and we wanted to keep that going, so we do not charge a fee here at all. This is a place of healing for veterans of all types, all of America's wars, and the families.
Since 1971, when the chapel was dedicated, it's only been closed at night for one period of time. And during that closure, once when Dr. Victor Westfall came back in the morning, there was a veteran sitting in front of the door, and he was crying, and he said, actually he had made a sign and it said, "Why did you lock me out when I needed this?" The chapel has never been closed since then. It's open 24 hours a day.
As a veteran, this spot is very important and it's sacred to me. And I know that after you visit, it will hold a very special place in your heart too. Up next, the last roof you'll ever need.
What you don't need when it's time to close your mortgage is a nameless, faceless voice at the other end of a 1-800 number. What you do need is a licensed local loan officer who will attend your closing, sit with you and answer every one of the questions that you will surely have as you read and sign over 57 legal documents. At Frost Mortgage, we're licensed, we're professional, and we're local. We don't just close loans, we open doors.
Hi, I'm Ray Duran, General Manager of Chamisa Hills Golf and Country Club. People in Rio Rancho and throughout Albuquerque know us for our great golf course, tennis courts, swimming pool, exceptional dining, and a most beautiful setting with our breathtaking views of the Sandia Mountains. Yes, we are a private country club, but we're also open to the public for special occasions, banquets, meetings, and weddings. Our goal is to make your special occasion an event to remember. Our staff will make sure that your expectations are met in every way. And the food? Chef George and his staff are simply the best there are. Whether you're planning a buffet or sit-down dinner for 200, you can count on exceptional food and service from start to finish. Chamisa Hills Golf and Country Club, ready for any event, large or small, 365 days a year. Give Terry, our banquet and meeting manager, a call at 505-896-5004. She'll ensure that your meeting or special occasion will be second to none. Call today.
There's nothing quite like the 4th of July fireworks display over Elephant Butte Lake. This year's show starts at 9 p.m. on Saturday, July 6th with no gate fees after 6 p.m. Bring the whole family. Spend the day enjoying the hot springs, art galleries, restaurants, golf courses, museums, Veterans Memorial Park, and of course, Elephant Butte Lake. It's the fabulous 4th of July celebration with fireworks over the lake at 9 p.m. Saturday, July 6th. Be there. Paid for by the Elephant Butte Lodgers Tax. In over 26 years, BAC Enterprises has installed over 8 million feet of roofing, all backed by a real lifetime warranty.
BAC Enterprises stands for Bill and Clint. My father and I, we're general contractors. The name was changed in 1983. Before that, it was Satterfield Construction, and my father had been a general contractor since 1968. The difference between BAC Enterprises and everyone else is the quality of our installs. We care what the product looks like, how the product performs. We don't want to ever have to see you again except for to thank you for referring us to another customer.
Every time I meet someone at a luncheon or dinner and their problems come up about their roof, they get a full BAC sales pitch. Because what is there not to sell about BAC when it's professionally done, lifetime warranty, transferable. We bought this house new in '04. And from day one, we had roof leaks. The builder and the roofer and most all the subs went bankrupt. So I got on the internet and that's how I found BAC. I then called for an appointment in Albuquerque, talked to Bill, the sales manager. He came out, we made the appointment. He was very professional. He gave us a quote on the spot after he went up and measured, naturally, the roof. And we knew from then on we'd made the right decision, and their crew that came out right on time was very professional.
Well, having been in real estate, I knew without a doubt how important it is to have a warranty for a buyer. The customer only wants what they ordered. And I find that so true of dealing with BAC.
I like to go into homes and meet people and talk to them one-on-one. But we'll sit down at the kitchen table, find out about them, see who they are, and what their needs are.
I get to talk to numerous people. I love having one-on-one conversations with them. And I tell people this all the time. We go out and correct the sins of the past, if you will. We go out and fix roofs that were done wrong.
We had a membrane roof for nearly 10 years. Actually, we were 3 months short of the 10th anniversary. It had leaked from day one. The other company was out probably 4 times a year to repair the leaks. 2 years ago, we had a major leak, and it caused about $8,000 worth of damage. We heard about BAC through Angie's List. They arrived on schedule. Actually, they arrived about 5 minutes ahead of time and waited outside the gate, which was really kind of impressive. Anyway, they were very good, cleaned up everything. There was never a mess. You wouldn't even know they were here. The lifetime warranty means a lot to us. We don't want to put another roof on the house. And we're not exactly spring chickens anymore, so we want to make sure that this lasts for our lifetime anyway.
I think our first job with BAC was the new home we built in '09. I believe that was the first job we did with them. It was new construction, good sized hacienda style home that they came in and did a whole membrane roof on it. We've done a lot of remodel with them since. Basically, when I talk to a person about doing their home, I'll talk to them about different styles of roof that they can use. There's a lot of flat roofs in Santa Fe, as there is in Albuquerque. We've done a few metal and other roofs, but doing flat roofs, you have a couple different choices on what type of roof you're going to use. BAC has basically a lifetime material warranty. I believe it's 15-year transferable on labor and stuff. BAC roofing, in our experience, has been fabulous for taking care of our business.
Up next, oh give me land, lots of land under starry skies above. Just fence me in.
Hi, I'm Doug Wilson, the owner of American Tire and Service. Do you know what makes a great mechanic? What makes one shop better than another? Training is mighty important. Certification? You bet. Experience? The more the better. Knowledge? Cars are complicated nowadays, and believe me, these mechanics need to know a lot. But do you know what really makes a great mechanic? Heart. It's a passion that drives a mechanic to do the right thing every time. At American Tire, it's the first thing we look for in a mechanic. Of course they have the training, the certifications, the experience, and the knowledge. But heart is what makes it all work for you and for us. Our entire team is dedicated to professional service. We all know that's what it takes to bring you back. We've been helping people like you for over 25 years. We're locally owned and proud to serve you. Come ask for me by name, Doug Wilson. I'd love to serve you.
American Tire and Service on Highway 528 between Southern and Northern. The only guys for you.
The Chavez family of Valley Fence has built their business for over 40 years, one fence at a time.
Well, my father had me here when I was 5 or 6, so just about all my life I would work and come and help him. He'd take me on the estimates, and all through elementary and middle school I would work summers and come in and learn the business, and was with him all through that. In high school I started fabricating the gates and going out on the crews on fence work and guardrail installations, and then went off to UNM after graduation for 1 year, and then came back full-time. Started with the business in 1981. My father started it, and as I said, mentioned, he did the hard part. He did all the work. He got it started from nothing, and brought it to a certain level, and I came in and he gave me an opportunity of a lifetime to take that and try to expand it, make it better.
I'm proud of my son. You know, he's done a good job on this business, and he takes good care of stuff. He's doing a great job for the company. I think he's making it function, taking full responsibility for the things that we do.
We do lots of big work. We like the big work. You know, we're excited about that, and being statewide and in the surrounding states. But we've always tried to keep in touch with the residential side of it.
We've always kept the residential because it's what got us started. Fencing is sort of a security type of thing anyway. People want to keep their dogs in and want to, you know, keep their houses safe and so on, and that kind of thing. And so it's an easy way to get to know people. A man came out here, I didn't even recognize him. He came back in and said, "Do you remember me?" I said, "No." He said, "You put in a fence for me back in 1971. So, you know, so he came back in here to get a gate. And that's the kind of stuff that keeps us, you know, sort of keep it open for residential stuff. And you get to communicate with your neighbors, the community, and the whole area.
We feel we can give back and continue to give back to our community on the residential aspect and be a service to them in that area. When you're born and raised here in New Mexico, as we were, and have our roots here, so we're involved with the community. We appreciate the community. We know that we're here because of the community.
We've done a lot of work at the high school. As a matter of fact, if you go out there, you'll see a beautiful eagle that they placed out there in front of their rolling gates and stuff that we've done. And some of the ironwork that they've done, which is going to be in front of the new Alco and Transportation Building, they've also done that for us and completed it. I can't say enough about Mr. Chavez and Mr. Armijo. They donated an eagle up there to the sports people up there for all our sports areas, and it's really a nice eagle.
It's a company with the owners themselves are very ethical type people. They take care of their employees. Just so many things that I enjoy working there because, I was supposed to retire 2 years ago and I haven't done it because I enjoy what I do.
Treat our family, our employees as one, and let them know they're important in the things that we're trying to do and accomplish, and we've done that, and so that's been a big reason for our success over the years.
I believe that the Lord's behind all things, and if we all would just continue to apply that principle, everybody can succeed.
Coming up next, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. There's nothing quite like the 4th of July fireworks display over Elephant Butte Lake. This year's show starts at 9 p.m. on Saturday, July 6th, with no gate fees after 6 p.m. Bring the whole family. Spend the day enjoying the hot springs, art galleries, restaurants, golf courses, museums, Veterans Memorial Park, and, of course, Elephant Butte Lake. It's the fabulous 4th of July celebration with fireworks over the lake at 9 p.m. Saturday, July 6th. Be there. Paid for by the Elephant Butte Lodgers Tax.
Today's market's exciting. Properties are moving. I can't even tell you how many homes I've sold in less than a week. As one of Albuquerque's top-ranked real estate professionals when it comes to listing and marketing properties, you can rest assured that we're aggressive. We're answering those calls when they come in about your property. We've priced your home correctly. We've staged your home so that it appeals to that buyer that's out there looking for that perfect home.
We had our house on the market for nearly a year. After no offers and 2 price reductions, we decided to change directions and relist with Joe Mays.
We were very happy with his service. He was professional, honest, and hardworking, and he gave us the personal attention that we were looking for.
Joe really knows the real estate market.
The right marketing, the right staging, the right pricing strategy. Those are all things that you get with the Maez Group. So if you're in the market for buying or selling a property, keep the Maez Group in mind. I guarantee we'll add value to your life.
This month at Frost Mortgage, we are offering our clients 3.5% 30-year fixed-rate mortgages. Do you have a 3.5% mortgage? If not, call Frost Mortgage and get one.
There are many dentists around New Mexico, many of whom offer similar services. So what makes Dr. Greg Lepore of Smiles by Design so different? Well, you're about to see.
I don't think it's so much as like trying to separate us from other people, because there's a lot of good dentists here in Albuquerque. We're lucky. And I would say the reason that I would choose Smiles by Design would be their pursuit for excellence. That we, at every moment, we're not perfect, but we strive for that perfection. We work every day as a team so people have a pleasant experience. That's my goal for each person to come in here, that they have a wonderful experience and that they feel good about where they've been and that they want to pass that on to other people. We are a locally owned business. My wife Paige and I own the business. We're not franchised. We care a lot about what goes on here. We take personal obviously responsibility like you would anything else that you own.
I started my dental work over 1.5 years ago with Dr. Lepore, and I really felt comfortable, safe, very informed on everything they did, and I actually looked forward to coming to my many visits. I am so glad I came to Dr. Lepore to get my teeth done, because after all, look at the results. Isn't this incredible? I had extensive work done, and it took him a while for me to get convinced that I really needed to do it, and I'm glad he did.
The goal for our patients is total oral health, meaning that they're healthy. We like to say we have the healthiest patients in town. And what I mean by that is it's our job to keep you, the patient, out of the dental chair. I think one thing that's really important that people don't have any idea how easy dentistry can be and how painless it is and the advances that we've made in dentistry. We want to be proactive and not reactive, meaning catch things when they're simple and easy, take care of them then before they become, something much more expensive later down the line.
It's all about the patients here. It's all about prevention and making sure that not only that your mouth is healthy, but that overall as an individual you're healthy.
I really enjoy working chairside with patients and educating them on the importance of oral care and dental hygiene.
We're passionate about what we do. I love what I do. My staff is passionate about what they do. We want to help people. At each new patient appointment or consult, I take time out of my schedule to personally visit with a patient, and that gives me the ability to talk to people and find out exactly where they're coming from and where they've been and what they may need.
Experience with Dr. Lepore is fantastic. He does his work with care, precision. He treats you like a family member. I think anybody that goes into the dentist chair wants someone there to make sure you're treated like family.
We have an idea of health that we want each person to have because we know how important oral health is. But oftentimes they don't necessarily want to go there right away. They want to go at their pace. And so I always say that we're the navigators and they're the captain of the ship.
I've been a patient of Greg Lepore's for 3 to 4 years. He did total mouth reconstruction on me. Smiles by Design have given me my smile back and give me confidence to get in front of people again and not be so ashamed of my smile and the bad teeth that I had at one time.
I honestly believe my staff is one of the best in the industry or in dentistry. And we spend a lot of time teaching them our philosophies, and I think they understand that and they know that very well. And through that, they can take better care of our patients. And our patients, it's really important to develop this partnership and a lifelong relationship with them.
One of our goals is to let people know how much they can appreciate their smile, how much we can do to improve their smile so that they can really enjoy it for a lifetime.
It's about seeing that change in that individual, to see their mouth go from maybe unhealthiness or having some disease to where they're happy and healthy. So, we're committed to that and we work with them closely.
My name is Laura and I'm a dental technician here in the office, and I've been with Dr. Lepore for 17 years. The thing I like most is being able to give somebody confidence to smile where they may have been self-conscious and not wanted to smile because they disliked something about their teeth.
I have to say, I really enjoy coming to work every day. Ultimately, it's because of the patients. To have the interaction with them and to enjoy them, and I know it sounds cliche-ish, but that is why we're here. If we don't have the patients, there's no reason to come to work. The other reason, I have a wonderful staff, and they bless me every day. I enjoy coming to work. I get to interact with them, and you get to enjoy what you do. Luckily, dentistry is one of my hobbies. And it also happens to be my job. And so hopefully that passion shows through all of us.
Well, that's Who Rocks for this week. I hope you liked the show as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. For more information on the Who Rocks segments or to find out how your organization can rock New Mexico, we invite you to go online to whorocksnm.com. I'm Richard Holcomb, inviting you to join us again next week for another Who Rocks New Mexico. Have a great week, everybody.